Hello. How are you awesome people doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm out here in nature, baby, breathing in that good ass prana. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you all for joining me today while I do something that's a little more complicated than a doodle. So, just in case you're new to my channel, I post a video every Thursday, guaranteed. Can I use that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I can use the other one either, but I did, so. I also post a Fan Art Friday video on the first Friday of every month, in case that's something you're into. I have done 2 of those so far, and I'll leave a link to them in the descriptions below. And I also do my To Doodle Today videos randomly throughout the week. Whenever I happen to sit down to doodle, which hasn't happened much this week. So that is what happens over here on my channel. And if you already knew all this and you're still hanging around, well, I really do appreciate your participation. So today I have some time to talk, so I'm going to do a quick rundown of what I'm doing here with this drawing, and then we're going to talk about my new old friend, social media. But first, this piece I'm working on is inspired by Polaroids and tattoo style flash art and my love of fruits and veggies. But if I'm being honest, mostly fruit. I mean, I'll eat the veggies, but I love the fruit. Okay, anyway, for materials, I'm using a pencil, obviously, to sketch it, and an eraser to erase my pencil after I use my pens to trace over the outline, which I've heard makes it less of art, but I'm not really too worried about that. I'm also going to be using both Prismacolor and Copic markers to color this piece in, and I will be using that beautiful Coliri metallic watercolor for some gold highlights in this piece, and just a little of the Speedball black ink to do the border of the picture. And I use a little table salt to give the border a little bit of texture. Oh yeah, and I did use an embellishment for her earring. So I'm kind of playing with the idea of doing 12 of these lovely ladies and converting them to a coloring book calendar. But I've only got 2 done so far, so I'm going to do some more research and see how I might be able to pull that off. I mean, I'm sure other people are doing it, so the information has to be out there somewhere, right? So I'll do some Googling and eventually figure it out. I love Google. It's really great most of the time. I can learn or figure out almost anything I need to know with just a little bit of research on my phone. Like for instance today, I was watching Peter Draw's video, and I'll leave a link to that video if you guys want to watch it. I'll leave it linked in the description. And he was discussing ads on YouTube. And I mentioned in the comments that I have YouTube Premium, so I don't see the ads. Not that I'm trying to brag, but that I would watch his videos even with the ads. So, I mean, he should have the ads because it's what he does and he does a good job. But anyway, someone questioned if he still gets credit for it if I don't see the ad. So I did some research on Google. And if you're curious, this is what Google says. If you're a YouTube Premium member, you won't see ads, so we share your monthly membership fee with creators. Best of all, the more videos you watch from your favorite creators, the more money they make. So now I know, and you know too. And now that we're on the topic of the internet, I think I talked about everything I'm using, which I'll leave links to in the description if you want to check something out. But anyway, now I'm going to talk about my new old friend, social media. Not that it really matters, but I'm 41, and I'm not saying that I'm so old that I think the internet's some newfangled device that I can't grasp, but I'm also not so young that it's been around my entire life. So it's not like a family member. that I've been around as long as I can remember. It's more like that friend I think is really cool that I've known most of my life, but I'm not really sure if they feel the same way about me. But the more I'm around them, the more comfortable I get. So yeah, social media has kind of been like that. So I've been branching out to some new platforms like Reddit and Amino and Twitter. And I'll say I'm not a great friend. I've always been that person that doesn't answer the phone and eventually gets back to your well thought out text with a K and maybe an emoji. Yeah, I'm that jerk. And I'm pretty well aware of it. And I'm even worse with social media because I'm counting on Facebook to at least let me know when someone is talking to me. But Facebook's that friend that always forgets to relay your message, and then after they do tell you, they remind you about it every 5 hours for the next 3 days. And I don't know if that's different on a computer because all I use is my phone, so I'm not trying to make excuses for my lack of communication in social media platforms, but I'm giving you the excuses for it. So please don't take it personal if I don't respond to you or it's a few days before I do. It really has nothing to do with you. It's all my issue and is really just my inadequacy in socializing through media. But I am getting better. In fact, sometimes I try to start conversations, whereas before, really, I would never comment on something. I'm one of those types of people that is quiet around you until I get to know you, then just try to shut me up. And God, when you add caffeine to the mix, yeah. But anyway, the point is, social media is that friend that I'm starting to get more comfortable with, so I'm probably going to be hard to shut up at some point. But that's another great thing about social media as a friend. You can actually turn that friend off. Problem solved. And really, more of us should do that when social media becomes that toxic friend, because those are the ones that really should be shut off. You shouldn't listen to your toxic friends. Even the ones that, I know it's hard because sometimes they're trying to help you, and maybe they are trying to help you, but maybe they're not trying to help you. What about you guys? What do you think about your friends' social media? Do you have a good relationship with it? Or is it kind of a sucky relationship? We sure do have lots of different relationships, don't we? It's the same in the internet world, I guess. So that's my random thought for today, is social media being a friend. And I guess I am going to just mention one more story that happened while I was actually kind of making this audio for this video. I was flipping back and forth through my YouTube, and I watch Chris D'Elia, and I'm a baby, part of the cult. I am. But I was watching one of his videos, and he was talking about video games, and I commented how I'd love to see him in a video game. And somebody commented that he was in a video game. And they said he was in Cyberpunk 2077, which I've never heard of. I play some video games, but I'm not a big video game person. I don't know that much. So I'm like, oh, cool. Well, I'll go check it out because, maybe he is. So I go and I Google it because Google's great. And I look up the game, and it's not Chris D'Elia, it's Keanu Reeves, which is pretty good too. I mean, but I just thought it was funny that, the internet's a wonderful thing, and Google's a wonderful thing, and you can learn things so fast. And you can listen to people that tell you stuff on the internet, but sometimes they might be lying to you. They might be telling you that person's one person, but it's not really that person. So you should also do a little bit of research for yourself before you just believe whatever the internet tells you. And now I think I'm pretty much all talked out of everything that I was going to talk about today. So I want to thank everybody so much for sticking around and watching me put this piece together. Sweet is the name of this one, and I will be doing, like I said, 11 more. What do you guys think? Or do I have any adult colorers in here? Do you guys like the coloring book thing? Yeah, I think I'm going to do a little more research and see if I can't maybe look into making some kind of coloring things like that. So anyway, if you guys are interested in seeing any future videos that I put out, you can make sure to subscribe to my channel and tap that bell, and YouTube will be kind enough to let you know whenever I upload a video. So thank you all so much for being here today, and thank you so much to all my subscribers. I love you all. Have a great rest of your day, and since it's so close to the weekend, have an amazing weekend. Bye. Love you guys.